Welcome to the Outside Podcast, where you just be outside. You know the deal. Malcolm's here. What you got to drink, Malcolm?
Same old
No way.
caramel strawberry. I mean, what is it? Strawberry.
Strawberry cream frap. I got a green tea. Green tea. Today is a special day. We got the parents, mom and dad.
We don't have names. We just mom and dad.
We said that last episode. We're not introducing. It's just mom and dad.
Wow. Okay.
Mom and dad. We love mom and dad. What you guys got to drink today?
Coffee.
Mom's homemade coffee.
Home brewed. Home brewed.
What's this? Caramel crunch?
The caramel ribbon crunch frap. Yep. It is a windy day, but that ain't stopping nothing. It ain't stopping nothing. We are here. How you guys feeling?
Good, man. Good times.
What's life been like for you, Mom? Recently?
Hectic, crazy, all over the place. Fun and exhausting.
I feel it. You have a high from this past week?
Ooh, a high.
What's the best thing that has happened this past week?
Harvesting from my garden. Doing a lot of cooking from my garden. Making stuff from scratch.
Great.
Made my first
Tastes wonderful, amazing.
home baked bread. Got my neighbors involved.
What kind of bread?
It's just like a rustic
Rustic
round bread.
I don't know what
Just
that
a loaf.
means.
It's not like you go to the store and it's all nice and neat and cut in slices. It's just this nice ball of bread.
Okay. Oh yeah, loaf.
Yeah. But I got some kudos from the neighbors. Gave them a little taste of some chili I made and some bread and some peppers from my garden, and
All of
So
it
that was-
delicious.
yeah.
All of it delicious.
recommended I sell my bread. They said it was so good, so
You
pretty exciting.
y'all gonna see the cooking videos, and we gonna get her right. Dad, how about you? How's life been going for you?
Good, man. Lots of changes in my life, but all good changes though. Just moved into a new spot and got some exciting things going on the music side. So
That's what's up.
Yeah.
What's your high this past week?
wow, this past week just hung the TV and got everything like put away and feels good, man.
So what's the talking about TV? What's the go to watch?
You know what? I don't really watch much TV. As ironic as that sounds. If I'm watching anything, it's probably on YouTube. I have, it's a smart TV, so I watch on there. But I watch a lot of the motivational stuff. I've been into this guy named Earl Nightingale from the 50s and 60s. I don't know if you heard the book Think and Grow Rich. He had something to do with that, but Bob Proctor talks a lot about this stuff. So I don't know. I just really been on that vibe.
That's dope. That's cool. Yeah. Mom, what do you be watching? I come home and you just be having the TV on some random.
Well, the TV be on random.
You be
It's
watching
just-
Flash.
that's
I don't even know you watch Flash.
First of all, yeah, I had to take a break from the Marvels.
My name is Barry Allen.
Oh, you enjoy? Yo,
Oh,
I just went and saw what's the name last night?
What? Black Adam?
Black Adam
Oh,
or
was
Uncle
it
Mark.
good?
Is it
It
good?
was dope.
Really?
Oh,
Yeah, it
Good.
was very dope.
We were supposed to go see the
You're
last
not
night after
Oh,
screening.
okay. I'm going on Tuesday. I work all day,
There we go.
so I got a 10 o'clock ticket. But I know y'all gonna see
10
it.
p.m.?
I know y'all gonna see it. You guys got to see it without me.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna go see
10
it.
p.m.
You really do.
I'm not missing my discount Tuesday.
Right. We're gonna see it at some point before the midnight hour.
Y'all do it every Tuesday, bro?
Pretty much.
Yeah, man.
That's
well,
wild.
it's in the theater. Well, in the
Whatever's
theater,
playing, yeah.
Right.
Driving is just random, but in the theaters, just sitting in the chair is Tuesdays. It's discount.
That's what's up. I hadn't been to the movies in a long time.
Oh man, but as far as what I'm watching, I'm all over the place. YouTube has been my jam.
And TikTok too.
Yeah, I mean, I watch TikTok, but it's pretty much YouTube. It's whether it's a lot of DIY home improvement stuff, homesteading channels, That's what I really enjoy. I'm trying to, get some land so I can, expand my little backyard garden. But it's all over the place. Then Hulu, but YouTube right now is what I've been watching also.
That's one thing I don't. Sorry, that's one thing I don't like about Hulu is the ads. Netflix said that they're coming out with ads, and I
No
was very
way.
upset. Yeah.
They gotta make some money.
That's gross.
More money.
YouTube is coming out with at handles.
Was that
At handles?
Yeah. So you got like an at name for all the other social media.
Mm-hmm.
Now you have that for YouTube too.
That's good. That's good. At the Outside Podcast on YouTube.
Yeah.
What was your high this past week?
Probably yesterday. Oh wait, week. Oh, dang.
What was
We went,
yesterday?
Skating at the rink.
Okay, that was
Yeah, it
that
was
was
fun.
still considered.
I haven't been there
this
in
past
a really long time. But yeah,
week. Skating.
yours?
I had went to these yesterday. I went to a party, and the night before I went to a party. But I think
Party
both of them were fun.
Playing hard.
Both of them were really fun.
Car in the driveway.
I'd be coming home burnt out. But yeah, the parties and seeing my friends and just being outside. Recently, I've been loving being outside, and I was talking to Aaron about it, like just to be able to have freedom and it not be like based off of money. Like the experiences I'm having aren't like monetary. I'm loving life. I'm loving the memories and the experience. So that's
Being present, right? Being in the moment. Yeah. I think that had a lot to do with you guys. How COVID affected you guys too.
yeah, absolutely.
Especially your year, right? Like that wasn't cool.
But some people have made them like. I had a point even this year, like I didn't want to be around people. I felt introverted, and I felt like just being around people was too much. And then I don't know what switched. I really don't. I think just being comfortable with myself.
And that COVID transition.
Yeah.
So you were in such a space where you were out and about at school. You were involved in so much at school, like just constantly being out. And then with COVID hit, you kind of went into a real heavy space.
Yeah.
But it draws a lot of things out of you. You got to learn a lot. You've got to self-reflect. You've got to reevaluate, put different things in perspective. COVID was a moment to really grow yourself.
Yeah. To take a pause.
Yeah. And then appreciate all the things that you were not taking advantage of, neglecting, taking for granted before COVID, to now actually have to sit and settle in that space. But, and then to come out of that. I mean, you missed a lot. Your graduation, your birthday and all that, but coming out of that, a moment of growth. You just totally, now you've changed where you're not having to be around a whole bunch of people and be comfortable, like you said, but with yourself and being by yourself.
Yeah, some people really stepped up to the challenge. Some people had a real hard time.
Yeah.
And, they couldn't come out of that.
But I feel like a lot of people needed it. As terrible as it was and terrible as it is, a lot of people needed that wake up call.
Yeah, it helped a lot of people.
But we here. It's going on 3 years later.
And COVID free. No COVID.
No
experiences
COVID.
For me.
That's crazy.
Oh, you never
That
got
is
it?
Crazy.
Yo,
That is crazy.
that's wild.
That is crazy.
Uncle Mikey never got it.
That is wild.
No.
That's nice.
But that is perfect. Out of y'all, it would be like the worst people
yeah,
to
well,
get it. Right.
Yeah.
Dang, yeah, I had it. That
No,
mess
COVID
sucked.
changed my life, man.
That mess was
COVID
terrible.
changed my life in multiple ways.
Yeah, mine.
And it really changed my relationship with food. Like losing my sense of taste and smell.
So
when I
upset.
got it back,
Mhm.
I didn't have the same desire to eat the food.
Wow.
That's exactly
That's
what happened
actually
with Felicity.
Really?
Yeah, she was heavy sugar intake. She was constantly eating a lot of sugar and just artificial stuff.
Yeah.
With me doing the plant-based and diet and them eating it just kind of
Just naturally. Yeah.
she wasn't really hip to it, and not because of that everybody else gravitated toward him was fine. She just was still on that high cheese, high sugar. But once COVID hit, all of that it came to a complete halt, and all the stuff that she was eating, she can't handle the sweet foods, and she has now prefers the plant-based, even the egg substitutes and stuff like that. She prefers that over regular eggs, and even the meat substitutes. She doesn't want to eat any of this stuff, which is great for her.
Yeah, I think back at how much my life changed due to COVID. Like where I got divorced off of COVID, right?
Ooh.
I mean, basically,
my gosh,
I got divorced. I changed my, I lost a lot of weight. I had the show. We were scheduled to do the biggest show.
Wow, that's
2 days before, and I couldn't do the show, which kind of, I guess it kind of worked hindsight, because I felt like the conference that we just went to, we were supposed to go to that instead, have that interview.
What a better time to do it, though.
Yeah.
I feel like if y'all would have did it during 2020, it would have blown over, because everybody was nobody was there. So it all works. That's what I was explaining the first episode. It's gonna work if it is for you.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can't see it in the moment, though.
Yeah, and that's the hardest part. And that's what I've been trying to tell my friends. Like, you may be going through something right now, and it's gonna be tough, but the pain is temporary. That you will come out of this a stronger person if you allow yourself to be. If you tell yourself you done now while you're in it, then you'll be done after.
These are life lessons, and they're there to actually help you grow.
Mm-hmm.
You don't learn the lesson the first time, it's gonna
That's what me and my boy say.
It keep happening, but it's not the same thing happening. Right. It's just life. You just kind of, ebb and flows. You just got to go with the flow and not take everything so serious when it comes down to a tough situation.
If you miss the lesson, you miss the blessing. That's what.
Talk about it. This is why we just be speaking.
Yeah.
Because we get it from them.
It's not a loss. It's a lesson.
Right.
The L that don't stand for loss.
What was y'all's childhood like? We'll start with you, Mom. Like, what was what made you like growing up as a kid?
The quality time. I think I paid attention. I was a very scary child, so super introverted, super scary. Stayed in my little space, but I was brought up to kind of just be in that little space. But we had a lot of family memories with my dad, my parents, my dad. We had cookers, bakers, hunters, like hunters and gatherers. We did a lot of that growing up. I'm half Black and half Mexican, so I've got experiences from both sides of the family. But both of my sides of the family, they grew up together in a small town, and my family has always been really tight knit, and so just having memories of going to the lake, going hunting, going to the snow. We did a lot of outdoor fishing, did a lot of outdoor activities, camping. Those stuck with me, and those experiences I make sure I do those activities with you guys. But I was raised in the country, in a small town, and I think that me experiencing that as a child kind of molded me. But it just depends, I guess, because your aunt, your sister, born and raised in the same household, and she lives like she likes the city and the big space, and running, partying, and got to be in everything. That ain't me. That's not me.
That's dope, though.
But family, just the quality time of the family activities, family, sitting together and eating dinner. We ate dinner. My parents cooked. We didn't have fast food. I don't think I experienced fast food until I was like 10, 11 years old.
Dang.
I think we did have like A&W root beer, but those were a treat every now and again. But It was just a family quality time.
And it most definitely bled into how you raised us, because we always did the eating at the dinner table. We were always hanging out. We all like we still, even with the movie thing, that is something we just
like,
do.
Yeah.
And I've explained it to people, like they be asking me, "Oh, have I seen this movie? Seen that movie?" Like, bro, I seen all the movies. I'll show you. We got walls of movies.
I should be asking you that question.
Yeah, right. You've seen this movie.
His first word was movie theater.
Right.
DVD.
We do this. DVD.
That was legit your first word.
Movie connoisseur. I always thought about being like a movie reviewer too.
All that Marvel stuff
That's
you got
what
in
I'm
your
saying.
phone. You should.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
that's for
The
sure.
notes is crazy.
I want to be like a critic, low key.
Right, but it's not even just
Yeah,
you,
critic would be
because
fun.
you do scores. Like,
Right.
you know,
Yeah, the film scores.
all
I love
that.
that.
What about
That's
you,
dope.
sir?
Yeah, Dad. How was
childhood?
yeah, growing up?
I'm the youngest of four, so I was pretty spoiled as a kid. But you know, I grew up in a
Yeah, the
single.
babies.
Yeah, I was Malcolm for sure. But I grew up, you know, single family in the hood, from Richmond. Shout out to the rich, you know. But it was a lot of love in the house, you know. I definitely didn't grow up void of love, and you know, me and my brothers, it's all boys. They said I was just like I was the runt, right? So like our idea of fun, like summertime fun, their idea, I should say. They take all the pillows off the couch, all the blankets and stuff, and build a tower at the bottom of the stairs and put me under the tower and then jump off the top of the stairs onto me.
No way.
And then unpile all the pillows and be like, "You good?" I'm like, "Yeah, straight.
I'll do it again."
So it was that kind of stuff. You know, we had a blast though. But my mom ended up moving us out. Well, I was pretty young still. She got remarried and moved us out. And I moved to San Leandro, still in the East Bay. Moved to San Leandro. It was like culture shock because I was one or two black kids in my elementary school in 4th grade. You know, so going from the hood to the all-white community was interesting. You know, that kind of changed my my trajectory, if you will. Like, I think that really defined me as a person. You know what I mean? So growing up, even in high school and stuff, people were like, you talk like a white dude, you know?
That's funny because that was like the opposite. From my town, it was, you know, Europeans,
in the country,
Hispanics, and, you know, the only colored folks that were there were your family.
Yeah.
And then moving from the country out here, it was a shock.
It
It
was
was
a-
like,
yeah.
oh my gosh.
As you moved to Fairfield.
Yeah. Man, I was like,
Yeah, they're not my cousins.
Oh my
And then
gosh.
back then, being mixed, that was a new thing too. That wasn't like super
like
common
now.
as it is now.
Yeah.
It was like, man, you mixed? What, are you Italian? What are you?
You got that good hair.
Right. You black and white. What,
Yeah,
you,
yeah.
what are you? What are you? Now
Yeah, you
everybody
see it.
looks the same.
Yeah.
Like,
He got the blowout today. He
Yeah.
don't
No.
ever be
Hey,
blowing
peep the
his-
pic
First
though.
time.
Show them the pic though.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Black Power,
man.
Black Power. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
got a little moisturizer.
Yeah, he don't. I'm proud of you letting your hair grow out because
Yeah.
it made you a totally different dude.
Yeah, it did. Sure.
But that's what's up. That, like, growing up in the Bay, is it a lot different than it used to be, or does the Bay still kind of hold that kind of?
No, it's different now, man. Like, I mean, no shade to this generation, but the respect level is just different. You know,
Yes.
like when we were coming up, it was like we looked up to the OGs and we wanted to be like them, and you know, it takes a village. You know, that saying. You know, in those neighborhoods, you go outside, like you was cool with your neighbors. If you was doing something, your neighbors could punish you. You know what I'm saying? Like the whole community kind of raised you. Versus now, it's just I don't go back too often, but the what I hear, you know, these kids they don't have no respect for life. So they don't have respect for their own lives, let alone anybody else's life. So the crimes are different now. They don't abide by the street codes and stuff that we grew up on. I mean, they killed grandmothers and
Yeah,
little
that's
babies and stuff. It's crazy.
Wild.
Yeah.
Wild.
What's one, like, what's your biggest accomplishment in like life? To say? Or what? I say one of your biggest accomplishments.
Oh my
Accomplishments.
goodness. I'm about to say, like, you know,
Yeah, I was
I like
wondering.
that
4 great
answer.
kids. You know, this healthy kids.
That's facts.
But the ease of, you know, the experience with you guys, because there's
You
a
guys
lot
are
of
good
parents
kids.
out there that have a hard time with their kids, and that's one thing that I, you know, would say has been a blessing, is that not only I can say for me saying it, but, you know, seeing and having strangers come and approach.
Yeah.
And you guys have always, I would say, even younger, when you're little, people would just watch and stare like it was a phenomenon, like some crazy phenomenon. Like, oh my God, there's well-behaved children
Yeah.
in the restaurant.
Yeah.
You know,
People would walk
So-
up to us and be
They're
like,
so
wow, they're so well behaved and they're so quiet.
They're so great.
I didn't even know they were sitting over here. You know?
Or had you guys used to run and rush to open the door for folks? Because the saying was, you know, a woman should never have to touch the door handle. And you would, you know, run and race to go grab the door and hold the door open. And be like 15, 20 people pass and be like, okay, Miles.
No, I
Yeah,
got it.
let's go
now.
I got it. Somebody's over at the end of the parking lot. I got it.
It's gonna take them 5 minutes to get here though. No, but that's real though. You guys are definitely the biggest accomplishment because, you know,
Appreciate it.
I mean, when you think of, like, to her point, like, I know a lot of parents in our generation are having trouble with their kids, and that's why I said we're all big kids, because we're all products of our parents, right? Each generation is a product of what your parents did or did not do correctly, you know, and you end up either taking that on and wanting to be better yourself, or you just repeat the cycle. You know, a lot of people just end up repeating the cycle. But yeah, but I know, like, for me, like, I grew up without my father in the house, so I was overcompensating, you know what I mean? Because I didn't want you guys to have that experience. So I felt like I had to do more than I probably had to, you know what I mean? And you guys, fortunately, is still good kids, but you spoiled, you're a little spoiled, I would say, as a result of that. But I mean, I wouldn't have it no other way though.
Yeah, I think especially like growing up with y'all, it's like it was a perfect mix of being spoiled but being humbled. Like, you taught us both sides of the spectrum,
Sure did.
and I thank you. I thank both of you guys for that, because a lot of kids or a lot of people that I know only have it one way.
Yeah.
It's either they're spoiled brats, or don't have, or like no, like they're like overly humble people. It's like they'll let anybody walk on them. But yeah, I'm glad that we're mixes of both.
And you know, clearly we weren't perfect. You know, you guys having to kind of go back and forth between households, and I think that helped you to be honest.
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
It taught you a little bit of grit, and you know that everything is not peaches and roses.
Yeah,
and,
just
you know what I mean?
another lesson. Yeah.
Yeah, so you know, I think that kind of helped you roundabout, but at the same time, it exposed you to things you probably shouldn't have seen and experienced. But you know, when you have kids, you know, your selection of your mates, when you decide to have children, why, all of those things. I hope for you is that, you know, our experiences will only help you in your.
Yeah, not just some randos, you know, like, because
Bruh.
you're still, even with us, you know, you're young. I guess, you know, for me, realizing as I mature, like, you know, even in your 20s, you don't even know who you are
At all.
You know, you don't even really know who you are until you might have an inkling, maybe in your 30s. But
I'm
it's
just
not-
figuring it out.
Yeah, it's not your perspective of things are completely different. And once you actually become an adult, when you start adulting and experiencing life, there's because we're still learning. We'll always be learning, but your perspective definitely shifts. It shifts when you have children, but even after you guys become of age, it shifts again. And with world events like COVID, I mean, it shifts.
And family dynamics and everything.
Yeah, but having children,
I think they said it changes every decade. Like your brain processes information differently as you age, like every 10, 15 years.
That's dope.
Yeah, and your taste buds 7 years.
Taste buds change every 7 years.
Yeah, but we're all best friends. Speaking of best friends, during school, like, who was your best friend, and where are they?
Dang, wow. I had a few best friends. They're still my friends. I don't, we don't speak like that. My first best friend was a Chinese guy named Tony Lee. Shout out to Tony. Tony. 4th grade. So, like I told you, I moved from Richmond to San Leandro. I'm fish out of water, and the only black boy in the class in the whole school. Random Chinese kid comes up to me the first day. What's up, man? Like, no, nothing. When you're that age, that racism, all that's taught. You know what I mean? Like, when you're that age, they ain't worried about it. No. So him and Mark Pollard. Shout out to Tony Lee and Mark Pollard, man. Those are the first dudes that came up to me in McKinley Elementary, and still Facebook friends to this day. I just reached out to both of them actually within the year or so, and Tony lives in New York. He was like, man, when you're ever in New York, come through, And then obviously in high school, had a whole different set of guys, and that we're still, those are my brothers, we're still cool to this day.
That's what's up.
To this day.
What about you, Mom?
Man.
Homegirl in elementary school, high school?
I had a few, but it was, because we moved from Central California and then moved up here. So growing up, most of my friends were family. My tight-knit friends were my cousins and my siblings. But then coming out here, I had a few, like when I first, let's see, what school was that? Can't even think of the name of the school, but Makisha, I transferred in the middle of the school year, like lived in one spot, transferred across town, and I was so shy, and my hair got cut. Oh my God, my long hair got my uncle Vernon, rest in peace, man, cut my hair. Maybe 3 inches long, had no bang, chopped my hair off. And I had to go to a new school.
Your whole forehead showing?
Oh my goodness. Do you know it was summertime, hot summertime. I wore this big old huge coat with the hood.
With the hood on.
To school. I was crying. I just remember crying oh my gosh. But Makisha, she came up to me and was like, hey, what's up? And we've been she had me she stuck with me through elementary. So it was 5th grade, and we stayed friends through high school. We still Facebook friends, but there's a little group of friends that we had our just small little clique that we went from elementary to junior high. So it's some of them are here, some of them unfortunately have passed cancer and other ailments and things like that, which is sad because we're young.
Mm-hmm.
But it's getting to that age, right? These people start passing away, and you're like, whoa, early mid-40s, people already starting to.
Yeah.
Man, it really starts making you think about your lifestyle, what you do.
That's I'm having those thoughts now.
Yeah.
Because there's 20-year-olds that are committing suicide. There's teenagers that aren't making it through high school. There's people just out here killing each other. So it's everybody gotta enjoy what they got right now, because there's 30 minutes from now ain't even promised.
Spend all them hours, all that time at work, working and grinding for to make a buck, and not actually going outside, enjoying the fresh air. spending time with your family, your folks. It's everything is around the job. You're not taking advantage of the time, and time is limited. You could be gone tomorrow, and anything can happen. Anything can happen.
Yeah, it's crazy.
What about you? You got a homie at school?
Yeah. What?
No, the little face you be doing.
Yeah. My friend Aiden, Asian kid. We just be hanging out. That's it.
How'd y'all meet?
Freshman year. I don't know what it was. I don't actually remember. Actually, it was just like it just happened somehow. But we were at the bleachers, and I think it was just a group of kids. And then after that, it was just I don't know.
That's how it happened, though. You don't remember.
Yeah, I don't
like,
remember, but it was here. But we're
Yeah.
here now.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, I think it might be my Aaron probably.
What he means by his Aaron, my homie.
Shout out to Aaron.
Shout out Aaron. We actually had a conversation not too long ago. Like, I think that fool is like my soulmate.
That's deep.
Like,
But you have a few of those.
yeah. It doesn't have to be one person,
Yeah.
but he's most definitely one of them. Like, we've had a big fall off during high school, and all it took was just an apology. I forgive you and I love you.
That's how you know it's real.
I die for him.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's like your siblings.
Hell yeah.
What is it? Unconditional.
Yeah,
love.
Unconditional love. Agape
But-
love.
Yeah, my Aaron, his Aaron is what's his name? Aiden. That's dope.
Ron, Aiden.
No, it's
Hey,
E.H.
Ron.
Ren. It's E.H. Ren. He's not A.A. Ron.
Y'all got questions.
So you have a list of.
Hell
what's
yeah,
up.
hell yeah.
I'm proud of you guys, man. This is very cool.
Thank you. I'm glad we did it. We didn't talk about it. We were being about it.
Yeah, one
you gotta
night
go for it.
Then we were talking about it, and everything was just like, oh, this idea, and it just came.
It really
out.
was. He was watching something on YouTube.
No, I was supposed to be asleep. That was a school night.
It was a school night, and it was mad
Sounds
late.
about right.
Yeah, it was like
so late.
it was like 12:45.
and we just started. What if we just did like a podcast and we got lawn chairs and we was just outside? This will the outside podcast.
Boom.
Yeah.
We threw a few names before that was kind of corny.
Yeah,
But
and then that one was just like,
and I was like, all right, then next Sunday
right,
we'll be at the park. I got the camera. We'll go get some mics I saw at Five Below.
OSP.
OSP, that's it. And it's been it. It's been it. And I've been talking about doing a podcast since COVID.
Yeah.
I've been that app Yubo I was always on. I gotta have them on here. I gotta figure out how to do that. But
Zoom.
yeah. But yeah, I've been talking about this. First it was the Love podcast and we just talked about relationships and
Which
all
you
that.
should still do.
I'm still gonna do it.
Yeah.
Still gonna do it. But yeah, just instead of talking about it, just get up and do it. Get up and do it because you'll always talk about it. What is your like most prized possession? Basically,
Yeah, there you go.
you said your
Oh, I
record.
love it.
Oh,
Meaning, I'll say the things that I have. I mean, I don't really care. I mean, as far as like material stuff,
Yeah.
I've never been really materialistic. I don't, I'm content with what I have. I like nice things, but I don't be going out wasting money on material things. But I do have some nice things though, like my car. I paid my car off. I like my car because it's transportation, But my my dishes, like my kitchen stuff, because I love to cook, I love to bake, so those types of things. But at the end of the day, I don't even care if I lost everything. It's just stuff. You can't take it with you when you pass. So I don't invest so much to where I'm connected. Oh my God, I gotta have it. I can't lose it. No. I think, okay, I'd say the most valuable thing would be my pictures, my memories. That was huge for me. Taking pictures and videos and things, just to be able to go back and look at those things. My pictures are my most valued possessions as far as.
I'd have to say my music stuff.
hell yeah.
I did lose a bunch of my music stuff.
You did.
Unfortunately.
You
I'm gonna
did.
still try to get it back though. My hard drive crashed, but I reached out to this company that said they do like hard drive retrieval, you know, like for NASA and all that. Like they said, we've retrieved hard drives that have been burned up in a fire and still
Wow.
able to get the files.
You
out.
called the government to help.
Like
Yeah.
a triple backup.
Yeah, but they're trying to charge, you know, then $4 or $5 grand for it. When I got extra $4 or $5 grand laying around, I'll go get it. I mean, I can't tell you how much music I lost on the hard drive. I don't even know.
Right.
I can't-
That's worth
even on
4 or
top of
5
the
grand.
break-in,
Yeah,
Oh, gosh,
yeah, no,
that's-
this was just two years ago.
oh,
So I mean, that I cried. I can't even front. I know at least I know I can make more, but you know you can never redo something the
Absolutely.
same way. You know,
And that- and
artistically.
Man, and the music you was making was golden.
Don't say that. I'm telling you, man, like some stuff like, oh my God, it's like it hurts.
That was a clip right there. What is your like favorite memory of before we were born, before kids? What was your guys' favorite memory? Whoa.
my goodness. I mean, mine was just when my parents were together. My parents divorced when I was like in the 3rd grade. And we literally, I mean, that was traumatic for me. Leaving and not knowing, being so young, and knowing that my dad wasn't coming. And we moved 4 hours away. You know, that, so good memories, all my great memories were when my parents were together. Those are my best memories. My fond memories are like the family get-togethers. And like even after, just like Thanksgivings, Christmas, all my great memories are around our family get-togethers, family reunions. Those are the best times for me. Thanksgiving, especially Thanksgiving, is my favorite time of the year. It's because you're not required to buy no gifts, and there's food and games, and you know we're enjoying each other's company. But
You go hard on the games.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say the same. Family reunions and stuff like that. I remember we had a family reunion in '87. Yeah, I'm dating myself.
1987.
I'm from the late 1900s. You know what I'm saying?
The late,
No, I think so. I remember I was little. You know what I remember? I remember how the watermelon tastes at the family reunion. Fruit don't taste like it used to. Like no, legit.
No,
like,
man, because now you're gonna make me want to like have some fruit.
No, I'm just saying, like, you know, as y'all know, they're putting all kind of pesticides and stuff in the food now.
Genetically modified.
And yeah, they're spraying the soil.
Frankenstein food.
So yeah, the GMOs and stuff, it ruined the soil. So none of the fruit tastes like it used to. And I remember this. I don't know why specifically that, but that's one of those memories ingrained in my head. I remember actually, old girlfriend, when she graduated from high school, her gift was to go to Hawaii, and I got to escort her to Hawaii.
That's that homeless romance shit we be talking about.
We had a ball. I remember in Hawaii, you know, you can go way out because it stays shallow, you know, when you go real far out. I remember 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock at night being on the beach and just laying there and letting the waves hit us and rolling back into the water and that was awesome. We had so much fun that night. I think it was that night. We overslept and missed the trailer, missed the shuttle back to the airport. We had to get a ride from some random stranger. Yeah. So that was definitely a core memory for
Yeah,
sure.
that's right there. That's
Yeah.
a core memory when things happen like that. When it's not, when you plan it and then it doesn't go to plan, but you enjoy
Well, we had a great
the
time.
whole thing.
Yeah.
That's dope. Dang, how far back in your brain did you have to go get those memories?
I ain't that old, bro.
Yeah,
I
Hey,
said high school.
You said late 1900s.
that was when you were born.
I hear
2000s.
1900s in the history books.
Well, okay, so the family reunion was 87. If that give you any, you know, I was 9. So do the math.
He's 98.
No, I'm lying. That was 85. That was
He's
85.
even older.
I was 7.
What's something on your bucket list?
Oh,
I just told Farrah this last night.
travel.
Yeah, we were
I have
actually
some places.
we were just talking about going on like a
tropical
guy's
trip.
trip, a guy's tropical trip. That'd be fun.
It's crazy that you guys have been to Hawaii. I have not been.
Hey, man.
Family that I've never been to Hawaii.
I've been to Hawaii hella times. I'm not going back to Hawaii.
Yeah, I don't want to go there.
I've
you
not
know-
been.
No, like
No, my bucket,
same-
my supreme bucket is the Atlantis in Abu Dhabi. I'm trying to take my whole crew
I think he is.
to the UAE and have the full all the sheiks all you know what I'm saying? Do the whole thing.
Man.
That's
Is that long-term goal or short-term goal?
I don't want it to be too long.
yeah, I just went to Abu Dhabi.
Going to Abu Dhabi.
Really
You know what I'm
did.
saying? Abu Dhabi.
And
This
my
guy.
short, I don't have I could just name off places that I want to go, but like short term, it's Seattle. I've been trying to go to Seattle, Vancouver, Hawaii. Those are my short term.
I'd like to go back to Jamaica too. Jamaica is really cool. I didn't really
I
get a
ain't
chance
never
to
going to
enjoy
Hawaii. I'm trying to get to Abu Dhabi, Jamaica.
Hey, you asked. Well, another bucket list item is to no longer be a wage slave. I don't want to no longer trade my time for money. I want my money to make its own money. I heard someone say you should treat each one of your dollars like an employee. And that each dollar needs to go get money for you. They need to be your little workers. If you got it sitting in a bank, banks will give you 0.05% on your money.
I think Chase does like 0.001 every year.
It's the banks are the biggest scam ever. They take your money, they make all kind of money off your money. And while you just sitting there just stack.
And spending it.
Yeah.
I want to go to Paris or Australia.
Ooh.
Those are my two most.
I hear they
recent
love
ones.
black people in Australia.
There's just too many animals and creatures out there.
Them spiders
Yeah,
are
those spiders
ridiculous.
is wild. Jurassic Park spiders.
That's
what
what they look like. They look like the spiders from old King Kong. That's my favorite movie scene. That was crazy.
Yeah,
Why
but
you
Paris.
think- okay.
But Paris. Yeah, Paris looks nice. Just like a whole vibe.
Yeah, Paris is
Paris is
definitely
dope.
it's like a
My
vibe.
places to travel were for food. Like I want to go experience the places
Yeah.
authentically. I want to go, fly somewhere just to be able to taste.
Yeah, that's what
the
Felicity
food.
said. She just
Yeah.
wants to travel and just taste everything.
Yeah.
I want to go to Africa. I want to see the pyramids. There's some countries in Africa that are like really like growing really fast, and they need a bunch of services, so you can go out there and basically start any kind of business you want, because the countries are still developing.
Yeah, my main bucket list thing is probably to be able to take care of all y'all. To to be able to pay it back, because y'all deserve it.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, I think that is my main bucket list goal, is to make sure everybody that took care of me gets taken care of.
Yeah,
What's your plan to do that?
Anything that makes it work. Anything that makes it work.
You got some ideas?
This, this, my photography. When I get to becoming a pilot, whatever it takes.
like dang, Miles up there. Oh, that's him. That's
Miles right there. All y'all going up there.
Instead of losing your sense of smell and taste, what if COVID was you go blind and you can't hear?
Yeah, that was
Because who said that
Yeah.
it was going to be the two
Right.
senses that you don't really need?
right.
Wow.
Technically, we didn't really need
Then
it.
absolutely nope. It would be complete dead outside.
Yeah, everybody would have
be
followed
able
the
to.
rules.
Right.
Everybody
Nobody
would
would
have
have
followed
been
the
able to
rules.
hear the rules.
Yeah.
I think that would
That's a dope movie.
I think that would be crazy because there's nobody to help. Or
You can't help
there is,
each
just
other.
like the people.
You can't really help each other.
Yeah, wow.
If the
That's a
doctors
horrible one.
got it, they go blind and deaf.
Right.
You can't talk to them. They can't see you. You can't.
Wow, that's a crazy one.
Darkness.
Complete darkness, and you can't hear.
That'd be like the end of the world, low key. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, that would.
Yeah.
It would be a quiet
Really?
end of the world.
Yeah. I mean, and
Wow.
even if it was a period, if it's just temporary.
No, yeah, it's just the same as COVID now. You just lose
But people
those.
were killing themselves because of the lack of, what is that when you're
The connection of people.
right? It's lack of connection.
Oh, yeah.
Like literally
The isolation.
Isolated.
Yeah.
People couldn't handle being isolated. The
Yeah.
isolation. Just
Ooh,
couldn't
that would
handle
be
that.
crazy.
Yeah, I feel like there would be
Mind you,
more
how many
like
years have
suicidal
you gone through this?
sick.
Yeah.
To be,
And it's still people are still getting it.
Yeah, that's
Oof, that'd be horrible.
I don't want no part
But
of
ain't
All
that
the-
crazy though? I just trip on that. Like,
Ooh,
what? Who's to say that
Right.
those were the two?
Hey, in a different universe, it is.
It
They
probably
did
is,
go
yep.
Man,
blind and
that
deaf.
part.
Hey, if you're
I
from that
always trip on
universe,
that. I'm
just let
sorry.
me know like
Yeah,
what's
I'm-
going on.
Hey, how did y'all get through that?
Yeah.
I wonder if there's anybody left.
Talking about afterlife. Like what do you think's gonna happen, or like what do you believe in when you're finished?
We're all energy. We just go back to earth. Like everything is energy. It's all energy. Trees,
Facts.
everything is energy. You just go back to earth.
I believe that that we are energy.
Mhm.
That you can call it your soul or your spirit or whatever you want to call it, but that we're just having a human experience.
Mhm.
You know, like we have a body. We aren't our body. We have
Yeah,
a
it's just our
mind,
vehicle. Yeah.
right? We are not our minds. We
Mhm.
have a mind. We use these as a tool, but if you think about it that way, then that means, so then who are you then, right?
Yeah.
Right.
If you're not your body or your mind, and you're your soul, then what is the soul? The soul is that spark, it's that light, it's that energy from the
dope.
source, or whoever you want to call it. And we're here on a mission, and to learn and add value to the others. And then you take that, that experience. There's a woman named Dolores Cannon. I don't know if you're familiar with her teachings, but she says, this is the earth school. You come here,
It's cool.
That's
your
dope.
soul has been, your soul takes on an assignment, and you come here to execute it. And if you miss the lesson, you got to do it again.
And you keep doing it till you get it.
Keep doing it until you get it right.
That's the nights in the day.
And so they said
Night,
sometimes you can come back, like if you're supposed to teach someone humility, or you're supposed to be taught humility or whatever, and you miss it the first time, and you were the hero, maybe next time you'll be the villain.
Wow.
And then the point is still to get the lesson.
That's crazy.
Wow, it's a
what
good
a
one.
movie though.
Yeah.
What a movie. Because I know they have movies out
Like that,
are
yeah.
that.
She said
To have the movie where you're coming back
in
with a
different
different lesson,
forms.
yeah.
Yeah. She said, she said, it's up to you how many times you want to do it. You want to be in second grade the whole time? Or
Oh
you want to?
my goodness.
I like that.
That's like a couple of movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. I'm like Tom Cruise.
Right. Butterfly
Halle Berry.
effect.
There's a couple of,
yeah.
Oh man.
People get it twisted. They think, oh man, I'm broke, or oh man, I can never do that. And it's like, okay, then you're right.
Yeah.
The universe is gonna
You're speaking that.
Yeah.
It's the vibrations that you
That-
put,
yeah,
that
that's
you're
why
putting
Farrah-
out in the world.
That's why Farrah always gets upset when people say negative things all the time. It's like, well, if you say that, it's like,
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what
putting it in the universe,
You want it
like-
to be like that.
right.
And you might not want it to be, but again, if you don't know that you're doing, well, they say words are spells, right? It's called spelling,
Yeah.
right? You're spelling, you're
That was
casting
great.
spells
Game.
out into the universe, legit, because as your vocal is vibrating,
Mhm.
you're sending out a frequency. Your voice is a frequency,
Wow.
and everything is influenced by each other. So what I say to you, it's going to impact your soul, like what we're
Yeah,
talking about.
I'm receiving
You're
your
receiving that information.
vibrations.
Now you might receive it different than what my intentions were, but my vocal inflection, my tone, the words, all of that matters in how you're going to receive it. You know.
Say when you put stuff out, the words can't what's the word?
Define or differentiate. Yeah.
The actual word. So what your thought and the words that you speak.
Yeah, it's your
Maybe thinking
interpretation.
one and speaking something else, but you know, it can come back negatively towards you or you know, whatever, because it can't cipher, you know, what it is that
That's
you're
right.
actually speaking.
But the words are powerful.
Yeah.
You know, I think a lot of people, even in the music, like, you know, I'm a hip hop head till I die, but I can't get into a lot of what these youngsters is doing because even though, you know, we grew up on NWA and all that too, we wasn't necessarily listening to the best stuff then, but now,
Yeah.
I mean, it's so bad, like what the kids are saying, and these kids, you know, y'all don't have no idols, you don't have no role models to look up to. Your role models is like Lil Wayne and all that, you know what I'm saying? It's like, it's sad because those guys are not saying anything that's gonna build you up and uplift you and all that. They're talking about killing, shooting, and disrespecting women. And, you know, the kids be like, oh, no, that's just a vibe. I'm not really listening to what you're saying, but that's, again, the subconscious.
Right.
It's what you're picking up.
It's not even real life.
Yeah, they're not living that every day.
No. Lil Wayne and all them are college graduates.
That's what I'm saying.
Them dudes ain't living like that. 2 Chainz and all them. Them dudes are very intelligent, but at the same time, they're ignorant because they are, you know, they're spitting that toxicity to their people. And once you get into that position, I know if I was in that position, I ain't gonna be telling y'all, yeah, kill niggas and do all that. That's not what I'm gonna choose to do with that my platform. You know what I mean? So it's about the integrity of who you are too. But going back to it, you are casting spells when you speak. So choose your words wisely. You know?
That was a great way to end it off.
Yeah, that was a hard bar right there. Nah, this is free game.
Free game.
Free game. And I really hope y'all pay attention to it. Because if you don't get this at home, come here. We got you.
Come outside.
Come outside.
Come outside.
Go outside. We out here.
That's what's up.
We out here. This was great.
This was fun. Yeah.
This went a lot better than I thought too.
Yeah.
This was probably everything's working right.
Right.
I hope my audio's still on.
I got you.
I'm impressed, even with your question, you know, list. I was excited watching the shows, cracking up out loud at home. So
yeah,
this is cool.
I've gotten a lot of good feedback from people too, and I've been walking these parties I went to. I just walk in and be like, "Oh my gosh, did you bring the camera? And we about to do the podcast." It's so cool. It's so cool.
That's what's up. Oh yeah, we still going.
But yeah, we outside. We did it.
We outside.
We outside.
Just really quick, Malcolm does wear lotion.
Oh my God!
Yo, let me just say, shout out to Lysandra, shout out to Mikey Mo and them. So my partner, his wife and their daughters have their own skincare line. And she hit me in the DM and was like, yo, I gotta send Malcolm a care package.
Ain't no way! Hey, yeah, go ahead. You can send it. Send that.
You can send it.
I'm already getting lotion for Christmas.
I was excited about Christmas lotion. Go buy some.
We got lotion.
I know.
It is in
we got
the
plenty
car.
of lotion, bro.
Wow. Yeah, thank you guys.
Thank you. It was fun.
Yeah, absolutely.
Proud of you guys.
Thank you.
We outside. See you next Sunday. Like, comment, and subscribe.
I'm in my own zone. Lost in my own zone. I'm trying to take it out the ozone. I can't be stuck up in my old